r/AskReddit, what's a modern day poison people willingly ingest? Sips coffee, takes bong hit, doom scrolls Reddit. Fuck, I can't think of any. Edit, my favorite thing about this is the legions of people defending coffee and weed and literally nobody defending Reddit. This shit. 24-hour news cycle. Those shorts videos that now are almost in every platform. If you have problems with focus and getting shit done, then you know that if you keep watching them you might end up in the next day without even realizing you haven't done anything yet. Alcohol. Social media. Outrage. It's straight up poison to your mental health, but we thrive on it, yearn for it. Places like TikTok, Twitter, and r/public freakout pass it out like dealers for little more than some attention, poisoning people to feel popular. Worse, it's useful to those in control, so there's no escaping it. Political parties and activists need you outraged, one-tracked, immune to real empathy, and motivated to solidify their power, so here we are. Those talking videos with like 3 things happening on the screen simultaneously. Social media is already absolutely atrocious for attention span, using that many distractions on a 30s clip just exponentially enhances that problem. Edit, for people that wanted an example, in case any check back in, here's a parody on that trend being used in this video. https://www.youtube.com/watch v = d6TIEUIEUFC. Processed sugars. I'm gonna say vaping. I knocked it on the head as my New Year's resolution. First time I've been completely nicotine free, and still going strong, but I genuinely felt like I was about to cough my lungs up about 90% of the time vaping. If I have to be honest, I don't miss either, but I started vaping to stop smoking. I hate seeing young kids and teens do it, ones who wouldn't have even considered smoking. Edit, I'm talking disposable vapes, should have clarified that beforehand. Soda. I used to drink it a lot. I had terrible health issues and sleep issues. I cut it all out. Been maybe 2 years without it. I feel better, I'm sick less, I sleep better, and I function better overall. Just replace it with water. If you live in the Western world, you most likely have clean drinking water being pumped to your house. I don't believe on banning something because I don't like it, but I do think that shit is poison. It's also super addictive. The first couple weeks I cut soda out was rough. Then we give this to kids and it screws up their systems. Edit, I've never had a comment get this kind of attention. Quickly going through the replies, I want to say congratulations to everyone who kicked the habit or other ones like smoking. Second, there are absolutely people not affected by it. If you drink it in moderation, it's not too bad. I admit I was really bad with it. My main concern with it is that there's nothing good about Coke or Pepsi. It's just sugar, caffeine, and addictive ingredients. That's why I use the term poison. It only has negative effects with it. Now, that being said, if you enjoy soda, then go for it. It's your life. If you can do it in moderation, even better. The thing is, we market it so hard to kids and many parents just let them overindulge. Again, not all, but a good chunk. My parents let me have way too much. Also, all my stuff is anecdotal. I'm not a doctor, but every doctor I had when I was younger would tell me I need to stop drinking it. I would tell them I would, and then not, because I was young. It caught up to me though. If you're young now and pounding back several cans a day, then it's probably going to hurt you too. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and every one of my friends who was like me was in the same boat with the health issues. If you can keep it in moderation, then great, but watch how much you drink. Personally, I'm horrendously addicted to nicotine and it's probably killing me. Energy drinks. Work 5 to 6 days a week and having no life. That high fructose corn syrup. Facebook. Edit, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Any social media where you're comparing your life against other people's lives? This will get buried, but, as a gay man, I'm just really wanting to know, when can we talk about the dangers of poppers? Poppers is like the LGBTQ equivalent of weed. I'm not talking about the effect or intake method, I'm talking about how nobody ever wants to even consider the possibility that it could be doing harm to your body, and especially your heart. Poppers used to be used to treat angina. They actively speed up your heart and cause an arrhythmia. Especially if you are mixing it with weed. It mimics effects like taking an upper and a downer at the same time. And because the effect of popper only lasts about a minute, most guys need to take them repeatedly to make the feeling last. It's completely normal for some guys to mix poppers with weed, Viagra, meth/T, etc. Lots of guys are so addicted that they literally cannot have sex without it. I get so turned off when I have a hookup with a guy and he can't go 30 seconds without huffing poppers. It's such a stop-and-go activity that it's honestly annoying, and I hate the smell. And you can buy a bottle here in Chicago for $15. There are even gay bars with popper vending machines. Please stop using that shit. I could make the same argument for those compressed sprays that people mix with poppers like Maximum Impact or Rush. But alas, nobody will listen to me. Weed today is ridiculously strong compared to the weed of my parents' generation. I know too many people my age who smoke it constantly don't understand what it'll do to a developing brain. Social media. Microplastics. Alcohol and nicotine. Botox. Botulinum toxin, one of the most poisonous biological substances known. An excess of almost anything, overly processed. Most people consume too much meat, too much sugar, too much salt, too much saturated fat, too much caffeine, too many nitrates/nitrites, etc. etc. I try to eat relatively healthy, but even I definitely consume too much sugar and too much caffeine. It's so hard to stop once you're used to it. Modern processed foods are pretty addictive and it's scary. Edit, I'm aware that not all types of processing are inherently bad. This is not a scientific forum, it's an AskReddit thread, and I'm sure most people know exactly which kind of processing I mean by that. Misinformation/disinformation/propaganda/agitprop. TikTok. Bret Michaels. Why is the top answer not alcohol, which is everywhere and literally poison? Edit, should say toxin, but given enough that's poisoning. Extremely harsh and self-hating words. Vape. Negativity. No, not being angry or sad for legit reasons, but just choosing to look at everything in a negative light. This is coming from an optimist, so take this with a grain of salt. Weed, particularly if you're smoking it. Natural plant or not, you're still smoking something which will fuck up your lungs. Ever see how gross a bong gets after a few hits? That's your lungs. Edit, to anyone still reading this, please note I am not in any way against MJ, I'm enjoy the stuff as much as the next person. But, I was one of the stolts that thought smoking cannabis wasn't harmful compared to, say, cigarettes. Then my cousin, lifelong weed smoker, got emphysema at 45. Take oil tinctures, edibles, anything but smoking. Porn. Everything is poisonous, it's just a matter of dosage. Existential dread from running on a capitalistic hamster wheel 40+ hours a week. In the US, Red 40. Banned in several countries and restricted in many others. When kids get a sugar rush, a lot of the time it is just the effect of red dye 40. It has been linked to aggression and mental disorders like attention deficit hyperactive disorder, ADHD, in children. A review of 34 studies estimated that 8% of children with ADHD living in the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada may have behavioral symptoms related to synthetic food colors. Studies in children with ADHD have demonstrated that restricting synthetic food dyes from the diet led to significant improvements in symptoms. Here is an article with a ton of PubMed articles explaining more. https://www.healthline.com/nutrition/food dyes. Here is a meta-analysis with findings. https://PubMed. SPY. NLM. NIH. gov/22176942/. Alcohol. Food. Merely being overweight will cut the average healthy life expectancy by a year. With enough overweight, that's cut by 10 years. https://www.thelancet.com/pdfs/journal/landpub/PIIS2468-2667, 18, 30139-7. PDF. Hatred. Propaganda on Reddit. The entire front page is constantly structured to steer narratives, and you'll even see some posts in multiple subreddits to ensure it reaches as many people as possible. TikTok is toxic to children and adults. Change my mind. I don't know about legal weed, but if you don't think that purple haze grown deep in the woods of Mendocino County isn't covered in ridiculous pesticides, then I got a bridge in Brooklyn for sale. Weed, only because of how people view it. If you drink every day, you're an alcoholic. But for some reason people don't think it's an issue to use weed every day / most days. Fentanyl. Fox, Newsmax, OANN. Teflon. Since the proliferation of Teflon on cookware, all humans now have an amount of Teflon in their blood, even newborn babies. And you think it was intentional too? It like they were sitting around one day thinking about how to get this stuff into your body, and someone said, I know, how about we coat cookware with it, let's cover everything in it. And the new Teflon is no better. And they actually sit there and say it is fine as long as the temperature of the pan doesn't exceed 500 degrees. Do you know how often your pans will peak above 500 degrees? Ha ha ha. In preheating a pan on my stovetop, I frequently cross over 500 degrees. We removed the dangerous chemical, but it is still dangerous if you heat it over 500 degrees. Ha 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 ha. This works on the general public. I know a lot of people already say it, but it can't be stressed enough. Social media. Vegetable oils and refined sugar. Diet Coke, Coke. Reddit. Christian nationalism. Idolizing celebrities. Sitting LOL. Alcohol, cigarettes, short videos on YouTube and TikTok, killing people's ability to learn and pay attention. Propaganda. Food dyes and artificial sweeteners. Attention. Porn. Porn. Not very modern, but alcohol. Church. Fox News. Marijuana. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.